everyone. Welcome to J&D Gardens. Today we're going to talk about germinating your seeds. How many times have you filled up a full seed tray only to find out a week or two later there are a lot of empty cells because some seeds just didn't take? A good way to avoid that is to pre-germinate your seeds, which means sprouting your seeds without soil. The obvious benefit to doing this is that you get to see what's growing and what's not, and you get to choose the strongest seedlings. We'll show you examples of that later in this video. Now there are a lot of ways to do this, but what we're going to show you today is the paper towel and plastic bag method. And for that, you'll need your seeds, of course, tweezers, plastic baggies and something to write with, spray bottle filled with water, and of course your paper towels. So let's get started.
Okay, you start with the bag and you label it. I've said many times that you have to label everything. You have to label your plants, you have to label your seeds. Trust me, I've done it where I didn't label it and I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out what seed or what plant was what. So then you get a wet paper towel, actually a damp paper towel, and I'm using tweezers to actually line up the seeds. You don't have to do that. You could actually just kind of have a mishmash if you want. And again, I've tried that and it was a bear to try and get the, when they start growing, it's very hard to decipher which stem is with which seed. So if you keep it lined up, it's much easier to pull apart when they start growing, and they will grow. So we're speeding this video up because obviously you don't want to see me put all the seeds there. Okay, so what we're doing is we're wetting the paper towel again. We're spritzing it. And you pat it down to make sure that every seed gets some kind of moisture. You don't want any seed to actually dry out. And you can actually, when there's enough moisture, you'll be able to see the seeds through the wet paper towel. And then it's time to put it back in a baggie and try to make it as neat as possible. And then you close the bag. And it's time to make another labeled bag. And we have different color celosias. We have red and yellow and orange and pink, and gold. So we have 5 different colors. So like I said, it's very important to label your bags. This is kind of a test where I talked about a mishmash of not lining up your seeds, and it's not my favorite way of doing it because when they start growing, those stems are going to go all over the place and they're going to become entangled, and then you're going to have a hard time untangling them and you could damage the seeds. So that's why I like to line them up. But I figure let's just try it and to show you the difference of what it's going to be like whether you line it up or you just have a mishmash. And again, you wet the paper towel, you spritz it, you pat it down, put some more water on it to the point where you can actually see the seed through the paper towel because there's just enough moisture. Now you don't want to submerge the paper towel. You don't want too much moisture. You want just enough where, like I said, you can see the seeds through the damp paper towel. And once again, it's time to open the baggie and fold up the towel so that it fits nicely in the baggie. You don't want to scrunch it up because your seeds are going to need room to grow. So you make it as neat as possible. Close it up, put it aside, and if you notice, everything's pretty much organized. I have the bags off to the side. I have the paper plate, the tweezers. All right, and that is it. Okay, so now you're ready to put them away in a dry, dark place. And we prefer the cabinet above the refrigerator, which nobody really uses anyway. And don't forget a cookie. You have to reward yourself after all. And it's been a little over a week now, so don't forget to check on them. And we're going to pull them out and see how they're doing. And again, don't forget your cookie. You did a good job.
So it's been about 10 days. I think these seeds are ready to go. So let's take a look at them.
Now I can see through the bag that they're doing really well. So let's take them out of the bag and take a look at them. And well, look, they've grown. They look great. So now I just have to take the tweezer and pull them apart.
Now the seeds are germinated. They're ready for the cells. So be sure to watch our video on seed starting trays. We'll leave a link below. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And please like and subscribe. Until next time, remember, yes, we can.